Ambassador Atul Keshap, who joins me on India Sense, he's former Charge d'Affaires at US Embassy in India. He now heads US IBC as the first top voice on the show. So thank you so much for speaking to NDTV, speaking to me. I have to ask you this, that US Ambassador to India made a veiled threat to India after the Russia-India bilateral summit. Is this suggestive of how US now views India? It's a blunt question simply because of the very veiled attack that the American ambassador made at India. Everybody knows that India exercises strategic autonomy.
So I think that getting our relationship to attain its maximum potential is extremely important, not only for India and the United States and for our prosperity and stability, but frankly for the entire world. The U.S. and India are the two great pillars of democracy and prosperity in our respective hemispheres. And we have a relationship that stands completely transformed compared to 25 years ago when I started working on this relationship. If you look at virtually every field of human endeavor, we are intensifying our strategic, economic, and technological collaboration. So while there may be some issues where we have to work to understand each other better, it's crucially important that we get U.S.-India right. And if we do, it'll be good for your people and our people and, frankly, all of the free people of the world. And every now and again, there are going to be issues where the governments have to talk to one another and develop a better understanding.
Yes, governments do need to talk to one another, but veiled attacks probably are not the best way of doing so. This is an election year in the US as well. There's a lot of flux and uncertainty that is happening. How do you see that impacting relationship with India?
Well, it requires work. There have been many issues that have been worked on in a constructive manner between both governments over the years, including some very serious issues, crises even at points. And with a spirit of cooperation and mutual respect, we can work through these things. I'm convinced of it. The American business community and the Indian business community are deeply, deeply invested in the success of one another's countries. And they are employing by the millions in our two countries, and they are doing the cutting-edge technological development. Whatever happens between the business communities can serve as a useful ballast in helping stabilize the relationship between the United States and India and making sure that it is for the well-being of all of our people. But this is where governments have a responsibility to talk to one another, and I know that that is happening all the time between Delhi and Washington. Indeed, you have high-level visits in both directions regularly. And I think with greater understanding of each other's compulsions, there may be a way forward that addresses concerns on both sides. So this is what friends do. They work with one another. And really for the United States and India, it's important that we get it right and that we work together on our differences of opinion as friends.
Right. Relationship is stable. It becomes unstable with those kind of remarks. Thanks, Ambassador Keshap, for joining us on India Sense.